What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a rebuild I feel like I haven't done in a while. We're going to be doing an Oklahoma City Thunder rebuild with the goal in mind to trade for a star and put this Thunder team back on top. Before we get into this video, guys, like usual, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you're new, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for that. Honestly, I'm just thinking that the Thunder at any moment in time can strike and put a championship team together. I really could. Obviously, they're going to stay patient with some of their lottery picks, but eventually when they feel like they have enough talent and are just one star away, I think they will strike for a star that becomes available, whether it's Zion Williamson, who asked out of New Orleans, which that's kind of a rumor in itself, or Donovan Mitchell in Utah. That's kind of a rumor as well. I'm not really sure how true it is, but I feel like the Thunder are going to be there. They have the assets to do it, and they're going to be able to pull something off if they want to. So that's kind of what I have in mind today. So for the rest of the season, it really doesn't matter. Obviously, we're just going to skip it, and then we'll get to the offseason where we really need to make our changes. And I probably won't trade for a star immediately. I'll probably be patient a little bit, but eventually we're going to get a stud here. The season number one comes to an end. Obviously, we were bad. We're the 14th seed in the West. Shea averaged 23, Lou Dort with 15, 10 from Baisley, 10 from Trey Mann, and then 9.5 from Roby and 9 from Josh Giddey. So Shea and Josh Giddey are kind of the foundational pieces with a couple other guys like Pokusevski and stuff like that. But I'm not committed to anyone. I'm open to doing anything in this video. So we'll kind of see as the Warriors beat the Raptors in 7 games in the NBA Finals. But first and foremost, first step, like usual for most rebuilds, is the draft lottery, but especially for us because we are projected 2 picks here. So I will have to check on the protect. Well, I'm not really sure. I don't. You guys know a lot of you have been complaining about the protections on 2K because 2K doesn't have protections right, and it's really impossible for me to remember everything. So I apologize in advance if I keep a pick I shouldn't have, or if I should have had a pick that I didn't get. I apologize in advance if I mess up in that regard. But we're projected 3 and 4, and we get number 1. And I think Detroit got their pick back, so I assume Detroit had a large protected pick or something along the line of that. And we have the 18th pick. So we have number 1 and number 18. So literally couldn't have gone any better. We get the number 1 pick, which is just fantastic. So of course, with number 1, we're probably going to go ahead and draft Jabari, or we could draft Boncaro, of course, but I think I might go Jabari today. I just drafted Chet Holmgren yesterday, so I'm going to stay away from him. And I think I'm going to go Jabari Smith Jr. today and add him alongside Shea, and I felt pretty good about that. So I'm excited. Number 1 pick is great, and like I said, that's just another talent coming to our team that's eventually going to lead to us trading for a star here, which I'm not going to do it yet. Like I said, I'm probably going to go 1 year with Shea and Jabari together, and then after that, we might strike. Whether it's Mitchell or somebody else, we're going to try to do something. So on draft night, I don't think there's any trades I really want to make, but we can take a look real quick. So got Josh Giddey on a contract. Yeah, obviously there's really no one that we really are desperately ready to get rid of. So let's go ahead and go to pick number 1, and let's see what we can get. Of course, we're going to take Jabari here at number 1. I'm feeling really good about that. And then at number 18, I should say. What is this? Why is Willie Cauley-Stein in this draft class? I am so confused. How is Willie Cauley-Stein in this draft class? Okay, I don't know if it's always been like that. I don't think it has been. Dude, is there anyone else in this draft class like that, or is this just glitched right now? I've never... PJ Dozier's... Wait, is it because they're overseas? I don't get it. Gabriel Deck? I've never seen that before. All right, I don't know, man. I'm gonna take Jaden Hardy here. I am so confused, but whatever. So we get Jaden Hardy, and then we also have the 29th pick, I guess. I didn't really pay attention to. We'll go with Justin Lewis. I am so confused, but maybe someone can let me know. Maybe I'm just missing something. Jabari went number 1, and then we have Jaden Hardy and Lewis coming in as well. So 3 solid first-round picks, I'd like to think. Their favors accepted. Mike Muscala, we're going to actually decline, and then Ty Jerome, we'll accept. Why not? So we'll bring those guys in, and then qualifying offers, none. And then for free agency, if I actually am curious, if we take a look at Stein, although I don't want this video to become about what the hell is going on with the draft class, is he even in the game? No, he's not. He's just gone. Okay. Interesting. All right, so 2K decided to make 2 PJ Doziers. I am literally so confused. You have no idea. I've never seen 2K do that before. They carbon copied Dozier. They made a prototype of... What is going on with this? Okay, I'm moving on. I guess that, as long as there's no like copies of LeBron James joining the league or anything. Wait, Oh, and that was all players. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, was Joel Embiid copied too? Oh my goodness. We're making NBA is making clones now. It is officially confirmed. Okay. Let's move on. All right, so we have Josh Giddey, Theo, and then Ty Jerome, Terrence Mann, or Trey Mann, I should say, not Terrence Mann. And then you got Shea and Jaden Hardy. You got Lou Dort, Kenrich Williams, Lewis, and then Jabari Baisley, and then Derek Favors and Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I don't think there's anything I want to do in free agency. We could go for Colin Sexton, which would be cool, but I'm not going to do that. I think, like I said, I'm going to go 1 year without doing anything. And then next offseason is where I kind of want to make some moves. So let's go to player progression. As Shea's up to an 87. Josh Giddey's up to an 83, and then Lou Dort's an 80, and Jabari's an 81. So, yeah, I'm going to roll forward with this roster the way it looks right now. Kind of just see if it can turn into anything on its own. And then next offseason, when we're going to have more draft well, I mean, we're going to have draft picks regardless. It doesn't matter what season it is. But we're going to try to put together a trade in order to acquire some disgruntled star. Not sure who it's going to be yet. Going to try to change it up because I've traded for De'Aaron Fox plenty of times when I've done a Thunder rebuild. So I'm not going to go for De'Aaron Fox today. There's going to be somebody. Mitchell, like I said, is definitely an option, but we'll kind of see if there's anyone else that makes sense. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props website that allows you to go over or unders on NBA players. That way you watch the game and have a lot of fun with it. So for example, this is what it would look like on desktop. Also kind of looks like this, obviously, on your phone, but you just simply pick 2, 3, 4, 5 players, however many you want to choose. You just simply click over, under, whatever you want to do, and then you can either 3 times your money, 5 times your money, even 10 times your money, as long as you get all 4 right. Even if you wanted to do power plays or flex plays, it really does not matter. Either way, it works out however you want it to. So if you guys want to join Prize Picks, the link's in the description. Use my promo code Crushables when you sign up. So at the end of the season, we actually finished up as the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Jason Tatum wins MVP. Barnes is the Rookie of the Year. Anthony Simons with 6 man in Portland. Giannis, defensive player, and then DeJounte Murray, most improved at 26 points per game, which I love to see. And then here's your All-NBA, or I guess I just skipped past that. But we made the play-in tournament, 8th seed in the Western Conference, 22 from Shea, 17 from Lou Dort, 14 from Jabari, and then 14 from Giddey. So solid. The fact we're in the playoffs is cool, or I guess we're in the play-in, not really in the playoffs. So not in the playoffs yet, and we did not make it to the playoffs, which is actually not that big of a deal in my opinion. So Utah barely made it in. Maybe that upsets Donovan Mitchell a little bit. Maybe we could do something there. I don't know. Simulate playoffs, and let's see who's if the Jazz got eliminated in round 1. Maybe Donovan Mitchell is tired of it there. Jaylen Brown and the Celtics go on to win it all. It seems to happen a lot lately. Going into the draft lottery, we were projected 3 picks here, but some of them may be protected, like I said, or we have Washington's pick as well. So we get number 11. That's it, and number 13. So we have 11 and 13. And then Wizards was probably protected. I think that's it. So 11 and 13, which is plenty of ammunition, in my opinion, to make a trade with 11 and 13 in mind. So that gives a team 2 lottery picks if they desire. I do want to bring back the same coach we just had, if I can find. There he is. Let's go just get him back. He was doing a fine job. We made it to the play-in tournament, so we can't be too upset with him. And then big man coach, let's go see, as we're going to get Jeremy Graham, not to be confused with Jimmy Graham, tight end in the NFL. All right, let's go to the draft. So draft night, here we go. Let us see who is available. I want to make sure I didn't miss another pick. Let's see. So we had 2 picks, two lottery picks in this draft, which is cool. And we have a couple young players on a contract. So if we go scouting, team intel, we're going to do this together. I'm not going to cut and look this time. I'm actually going to look. So rebuilding, but we want to buy. We want to buy someone right now. So Minnesota will never trade Anthony Edwards. Okay. Portland, Damian Lillard would be cool, but he's 33 years old, so I don't really want to do that. Warriors, really no one I want there. Bradley Beal, like I said, 30, so I'm not really interested in that. Kind of want to get a player on the same timeline as Shea, if that makes any sense. Joel Embiid is untouchable. Would be really cool, but again, 29 years old. Giannis untouchable. Chris Middleton, no thanks. Chicago, I mean, getting Alonzo or Levine would be fine, but not really what I'm looking for. Garland or Sexton, I mean, is an option, but not really. Then Celtics just won a championship, and Jaylen Brown is untouchable, not Jason Tatum. Interesting. And then Clippers are buying. Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson is an option. And John Collins, also an interesting option for us. Miami with Bam Adebayo. So John Collins and then Mitchell, but they're buying. So they're not necessarily selling Donovan Mitchell. But based off what we just saw, I've kind of just Obviously, I think for the most part, I want Donovan Mitchell. I think that's my main target, to be honest with you. Donovan Mitchell is who I want, is my dream scenario. If we can't get Donovan Mitchell, I'm content with maybe going for John Collins from Atlanta, who would be probably a little bit cheaper. Another guy that could become available. So we're going to try for Donovan Mitchell first and see if we can make something happen. So starting the trade off with a couple of young players in Jaden Hardy and Justin Lewis, and then 2 first-round picks, both our lottery picks, but obviously that's not enough. So let's go to this Wizards unprotected, and then let's try this Rockets unprotected. So all this for Donovan Mitchell. Do they accept? And they do. We get Donovan Mitchell. Bring him in to Oklahoma City. I actually, last time I did a Jazz rebuild, I actually did trade Donovan Mitchell to Oklahoma City. And now I have a dynamic backcourt of Shea and Donovan Mitchell. And like I said, if hypothetically Mitchell did eventually ask out, which, like I said, I'm not sure will actually happen, we can go ahead and try. And then I feel like the Thunder could potentially try to get Donovan Mitchell. It is definitely an option. Josh Giddey, we're gonna move Josh Giddey to small forward. So Donovan Mitchell, Shea, and Josh Giddey, and then Jabari. I mean, that is a team you just love to see. I like how this looks. Obviously, we need to bring in a center to kind of complete the product, but for now, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good. So let's go straight to player options. We got Josh Giddey, all these guys coming back, and then qualifying offers. We got Baisley. We'll offer a restricted offer on, and I think we need a center more than anything. We need a big man. So Donovan Mitchell is backed up by a couple of good guards. We could probably move one of them to shooting guard, which we'll probably do right now. So Theo will go down and Trey Mann will go down. But I mean, either way, we'll probably just do that, something like that. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does Pokusevski go up if you move him to power forward or center? He actually stays the same. I'm gonna move Pokusevski to the 4, and I want to get a backup, or I mean, we have Jeremiah Robinson Earl, so I think I want to target a big man. So center position, you have Jokic, Vucevic, Miles Turner, Christian Wood, Nerlens Noel, Jackson Hayes, Naz Reid, Mohamed Bamba, Claxton. Okay, any of these guys would be great. Shooting for the stars would be like Nikola Jokic. We're actually not that far off from being able to offer him a contract, but Porzingis would be cool. Or Miles Turner at 27 would actually kind of fit what we kind of need as a center, like a 3-point center, and then obviously you could play some defense on the inside. So yeah, I kind of like the idea of bringing in Miles Turner to Oklahoma City. And just like that, I think if we get Miles Turner, we've kind of completed our championship roster. I like it. So like I said, Oklahoma City at any time is just waiting and waiting to come out of their shell to make a crazy move. And I actually want Lou Dort back as well. So get Lou Dort, no disrespect. So boom, just like that, we are ready to go. So Oklahoma City eventually could pop out, make some crazy moves, and build a championship roster, in my opinion. With all the assets they have collected, Sam Presti has done a great job. Now it's time to do a good job in collecting good players in order to build a championship roster around Shea. Or maybe you don't see Shea as the guy, and maybe you trade him away as well. I don't know. I don't know what Oklahoma City's thought process is, but eventually his team will strike, and it will be scary. So the team looks like this. It's Donovan Mitchell, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Jabari Smith, Miles Turner, Lou Dort as the 6th man, Theo as the backup guard, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, and then Trey Mann as the other backup guard. We have Pokusevski skating out of the rotation, which I actually feel really bad about. So I'm going to actually try to get him in the rotation just because I'd feel a lot better if he was. No disrespect to Pokusevski. Welcome into the rotation, my friend. And I am ready to go. I think this team is going to be very good. Should be anyway. As far as proficiency-wise, I think balance is going to be our best fit. So let's go ahead and submit this season now that we have Donovan Mitchell here in Oklahoma City next to Shea. And let's see what kind of results we get. The Oklahoma City Thunder video. Former OKC Thunder Kevin Durant MVP for the Brooklyn Nets, which is cool. Victor wins Rookie of the Year in Washington. Anthony Simons, 6th man in Portland again. Giannis Defensive Player, and then Ty Washington, most improved in Washington. And Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year, and Jacob Parks, your executive. So here's your All-NBA first team, and then All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. So Oklahoma City ended up being a 2nd seed here for us, which is just great. So we are the 2nd seed in the Western Conference. So let's go take a look at the stats real quick. We got 23 from Mitchell, 20 from Shea, 14 from Giddey, 13 from Jabari, and then 11 from Lou Dort, and 10 from Theo. So, I mean, year after year, with all the players we have under contract for the long term, we're going to be a threat. We're going to be a threat year after year. So, and Miles Turner's down here somewhere with 7, 8, and then almost 2 blocks per game, which is basically what I got Miles Turner for. And he shot 41% from 3 on 3 attempts, which is cool. So, I like that. Shea and Mitchell were some shooters. Josh Giddey is improving as well. And the 39 from Jabari, which is also awesome. So, here we go. Let's see what we get to play. We get to play the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox, Bailey, David Nwaba, Sabonis, Rashawn Holmes. I mean, I would be very disappointed if we ended up losing to Sacramento here, but you never really know. Someone in current round, and we are going to beat the Kings in 5. So that's a good start. But now we get to play Minnesota. D'Angelo Russell, Edwards, Murray, Kuzma, Towns, Beasley. I mean, Minnesota is definitely a team that's on the rise. They also have Valanciunas, but I think we have a better team. I think we have the overall better roster. Somebody current round against Minnesota, and we almost let them come back, but we beat them in 7, and now we're in the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. So kind of a young squad going up against the veteran squad that's been here before. So, I mean, I think we have a chance, though, of upsetting them. Let's see what happens. Somebody current round, and we're down 2-1, down 3-1, and Stephen Curry is still the king out here. So, never mind. We did not have a chance, and the Warriors go on and win in 7 games. Steph, if you could retire so I can get to the finals, that'd be great, and he did not. So, Seth Curry did, it looks like, down here. So, a lot of players retiring. Seth Curry, and then Covington, Ingles retiring. All right, interesting. Who's the youngest player? Chris Paul retired, Lowry retired, Thaddeus Young, Rudy Gay, and then Paul Millsap. Okay, Derrick Rose also retired. Let's go to draft lottery. And I don't know if we have a lottery pick here. Obviously traded a couple picks away, and we're projected 4 freaking lottery picks. We get number 5, number 8, and number 9. We low-key have the ammunition to pull off another fantastic trade, which I literally might just do it. You know what? Why not? We almost got to where we wanted to get. Might as well just go for it all again, right? Let's go make some crazy trade with all the lottery picks we have. So on draft night, of course, we could just draft a couple of good pieces, but it would be cool to just kind of complete the process because I love my bench how it looks already. We got pretty much everything I could want, and then the only thing maybe I don't necessarily love might be Miles Turner, which I don't mind him, but at the same time, there's a center that's better than him that's available. We got to go for it. Bam Adebayo is going to be my next target here. So we're going to throw Miles Turner in this trade in order to almost match the salaries. Actually, we're still a little bit away. Ooh, this might be tough. Do we have to trade away Lou Dort in order for this to happen? And I'm actually fine with doing this. I feel bad for doing it, but Lou Dort, Miles Turner for Bam Adebayo. I'll also throw you... Jeez, man, the amount of picks we have is insane. I'll throw these 2. Let's see if they accept that. They agree. Okay, we get Bam Adebayo in Oklahoma City, and we kept our 5th pick overall, which is also cool. So yeah, we're content. Let's go to the draft now. Oklahoma City is just sitting on treasure chest of draft picks, man. You love to see it. Elijah Fisher, which is probably gonna be my pick here, so we'll go Elijah Fisher. And then is there anyone else? Do we want to go maybe a backup center, or do we want to just keep rolling with what do we have? Jeremiah Robinson Earl in Washington. We have Pokuševski. So maybe a backup small forward wouldn't hurt because we could maybe use one. Okay, 70 on that. I know I had a lot more draft picks, but it's going to get overwhelming for me. So we had 78 overall and a 78 overall. So yeah, we got a couple of good studs here. We got a couple of guys in the second round as well. Player options will accept everybody, and then qualifying offers. Pokuševski, want him back at 100%. And then we have Theo as well. But I don't think we're going to need Theo since we just kind of drafted Elijah Fisher, which I'm cool with just rolling with him. So Trey Mann, Donovan Mitchell again, and then Elijah Fisher, Shea, Josh Giddey, and then we drafted McKenzie here, and then Jabari, and then Jeremiah Robinson Earl. So basically all we really need back is Mr. Pokuševski, and we're ready to roll. So all right, Bam Adebayo has been brought in to replace Miles Turner, not Theo. I want to go ahead and just offer okay, Pokuševski, that's the guy I want to offer. So Pokuševski we sign, and just like that, going to player progression, I think we've put together one of the best super teams money could buy. Jabari, Shea, Mitchell, Giddey, Bam Adebayo. I mean, that starting 5 is 86 overall and above. What more could you want from me? Let's go into this next season. I think this will be obviously our championship expectation year. It very well should be. Power ranking is number 2. I mean, can we just go 82-0 maybe? Just kidding, probably not, but it would be cool if we did. So it looks like McKenzie's going to be seen out of the rotation, unfortunately. The proficiency-wise, we're a 4.5 balance system. So bringing in Bam Adebayo was great. Let's see what the results are going to be. So once again, we actually had a really good record. First seed in the Western Conference. We're basically taking over the NBA as the brand new super team of the NBA. Coach of the Year goes to Mark here. So I'm hoping this results in a championship this year, though. Player stats-wise, 24 from Shea, 23 from Mitchell, 15, 14, and 12, and then 11, and then 11. So team is built nicely. So, I mean, I can't help but expect a championship this year. Obviously, we have a couple of teams that are going to, be tough to beat. They usually are. Houston, I'm a little scared of as well. Somebody come around against Houston. And if we lose to the AFC seed, I'm completely done, by the way. Okay, never mind. We didn't, thankfully. We were close, though. Now to get to play New Orleans, which, Again, if I lose to New Orleans, I'd probably be done as well. But somebody current round against New Orleans, and we are going to beat them in 6. All right, W. We beat Minnesota last year. Can we do it again? And we are going to sweep them. So got them out of the water. Now I get to play Atlanta. So game 1, down 1-0. We do even it up. We're up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. And I think it is safe to say the super team that we built here in Oklahoma City was good and resulted in a championship. So boom, we are happy that we were able to put this all together. Now, again, I don't really know what Oklahoma City's plan is going to be in real life, but I assume that this team is eventually going to strike. I really do. I think they're sitting on all these assets that they could eventually make that trade. They can make that call. I know Oklahoma City isn't the most desired place, but if Shea is here, I think there's going to be some players that wouldn't mind playing with him, obviously. You could build something really special in Oklahoma City. So, or you could just keep drafting as well. That's also an option. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.